So I didn't think about videoing until I'd already started unpacking because I was so excited. But it came in a box, inside a box, and then the lids were in like these boxes, and then the frying pans are in their own little, or if I can get it out, in their own little bag. How cool is that? Oh, I'm so excited. I will keep undoing it. And so that was the frying pans and the wok. So I'm assuming that this is actually my pot. And see, it's all nice and packed in individual boxes, inside of boxes, and styrofoam. Sticking the styrofoam there. And all your warranty information. Your care and use on how to season it, to wash it, to season it, and then just another little letter and a thank you. And a 1-800 number should you need help, which is always a possibility when I cook. I'm going to open this box and show you what it looks like when you open it. See how well it's packed. Here's the lid in its own little bag, and the pot in its own little bag. If I can do this with one hand. Thank goodness it's not tight. There it is. Woohoo! They are so nice, and they're heavy, not too heavy to hold, but I mean they're not like lightweight, cheap pots, which is pretty much what I have now. So here are my pots. All washed and clean, ready to use. Although I kind of like don't want to use them because I don't want to mess them up. They're so pretty and shiny. Now this is the frying pans and the wok. The large frying pan and the wok share the same lid, you can see, but everything else has its very own lid. And I'm so excited to start cooking. Everything's been washed. Now I just have to season. Got to read again on how to season it. I think it's a pretty simple process, kind of unlike how a cast iron has to be seasoned over time, or baked for a long period of time. The instructions said that this just needed a few minutes with vegetable oil in it, but I'm going to reread it to make sure, and I will let you know. Okay, so the care and use says to season it before the first use. Heat the pan to medium-low and spread a teaspoon of vegetable oil around the interior of the pan, and you leave it on heat for 1 to 2 minutes. Then you are ready to cook. Over the next few weeks, the use of your Hexclad hybrid cookware will perform better and better as it re-seasons itself. So I don't think that I'm going to season it until I'm ready to use it. Because it says you're ready to cook as soon as you put some vegetable oil in it. So I think that I'm just going to, as I use them, I'm going to season them as I go and see how that goes. I really don't want to wash them all again because I just washed them all. And they're so pretty. But not cooking supper tonight, but I'll be cooking tomorrow, and I'll try to do a separate video so that y'all can see. So far, I am very pleased with our Hexclad cookware. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we are going to do chili. First, we're going to season the pans. The instructions say to do 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil and bring it to heat for 1 to 2 minutes and then cook. So I have the vegetable oil in there. I'm just going to kind of swirl it around. Said to let it heat for a couple of minutes. Here it is in my stock pot. Not really sure how I should smear it. gonna kind of coat it. Didn't say to do this, but you know, I figure it would hurt. When it's done, I'm gonna wipe it out. I don't know, I'm gonna add extra added grease in my chili. And I'm just gonna wipe out the excess oil in both the pot. I'm just kind of on this one, kind of go around the edges a little bit. Turn it off. Ooh, that's hot. So I've got it on low. It said you could use high, but you could always raise it if you needed to. My hamburger meat's still frozen, but that's okay. So I'm going to start out on low and see how it does. It says the lower that you start, the less chance of it sticking to your pans. All right. See how it goes. So I have my chili minus my hamburger meat. I haven't put it in yet. Going, and so far I'm loving it. Everything just like, I don't know if you can see how it like slides off the edges. I'm in love with my new pots. Oh, and just a little thing. I use hamburger meat, chili beans, dark kidney beans, and light kidney beans or medium kidney beans, light red kidney beans. And I got this stuff today. It is Essie Grocer's chili starter. Oh my goodness, it smells delicious. So I'm hoping that it adds a little more flavor and tastes delicious in my chili. But I'll let you know. Just a little plug there. Okay, so I gave up and defrosted some of my hamburger meat in the microwave. Had this been some of my old pans, I would have just kept breaking it up with a knife. But I don't want to mess it up, so that's just what we're doing. But I love the way it's, like I said, it's cooking and nothing is sticking to it at all. I love it. So this is after I've cleaned the hamburger, after I have drained the hamburger meat. I actually did use a metal slotted spoon to drain it, although I kind of was afraid to use the metal. And I tried to be very careful, but I also, of course, hit it some on it. So I'm curious to see if it left any marks. So I'm fixing to clean it up and we'll see what happens. So here it is after washing it out and drying it with a paper towel. I don't see any leftover food. It just like literally, I could have just felt like I could have just rinsed it off and went. Of course we didn't, we washed it. But everything, the hamburger, nothing stuck to it. So first start, I am very, very pleased with my new Hexclad pots and pans.